Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of these sit down talk videos. Just before the video starts, I want to say I apologize if the microphone levels isn't too great. I'm actually currently at my brother's house. My new microphone is being delivered today, or the day that I'm recording this. I'm also going to be investing in one of the mics I'm using right now, which is a Blue Snowball, which the microphone levels for a Snowball are really good. Although I'm currently in my brother's living room, whereas where I'm going to be in my room, I'm actually going to have like no surrounding sound. So if you hear like an echo or surrounding sound, it's because I'm in a big room. I've got the mic actually close to my mouth. Recording this because I was testing out the microphone before this. I just knocked it, sorry. Now, but yeah, I'm going to try and invest one of these so I can actually stream on PC as well, which will be quite fun. But yeah, so basically today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be my honest story, like my full story about all of the drama, because at the end of the day, I'm going to get onto it in a moment, but there was a tweet released by David McLeod, as you all know him now, and 9 hours, well, it was like, I took a screenshot when it was 9 hours old, and it's just like, it was just a dig at like the entire MVP group, and it just annoyed me. So essentially I'm just going to get into that. So yeah, but basically, welcome back to the channel. So I think this, I think this story with Mythical started in like late December. So I got my new PC for Christmas. Thank you, Mum, for getting me a new PC for Christmas. Now I wanted to test out using like OBS Studio or Streamlabs or something. But I thought, you know, what is the best way to do that? You know, because I didn't want to do too much with OBS straight from the get-go. So I just thought, screw it, I'll do some PewDiePie versus T-Series live streams. Now let's get something clear. I was aware that so many YouTubers were doing it, big and small. Now, basically, I knew Mythical from like a couple months back in October. And that's kind of when I was just doing Dead by Daylight streams. I was doing some streams I wasn't proud of, and that is actually how I met Mythical. I'm not going to get too much into it because it's already been discussed, essentially. But yeah. Now, do you know what? I'll admit it. Basically, I used to do a subscriber for subscriber streams. Now, what that means is basically you go in, you know, someone will subscribe to you, and then you subscribe back. Now, don't get me wrong, I am so stupid for doing that, and essentially, I deleted all those streams, and the thing is, those streams would actually do well for my channel at the time, and yeah, long story short, I deleted those streams, and essentially, I actually met Mythical through one of those streams. Now, I haven't actually got the screenshot on me because I deleted the streams, although I can actually go to like deleted file. I could still find Mythical, like the screenshot of when Mythical first came into my live stream, and I used to have the chat, my live chat, on the side of the screen as well when I used to do those streams, because I thought it'd be easier before I had like a PC where I could have the live chat open to have all on one screen. So I had the live chat on the right hand side of the screen, so before Mythical tries to deny it, I could quite easily find that screenshot. You know, the videos are only private, do you know what I mean? And before you ask, yes, that still does remove the videos and the views and stuff. But yeah, essentially, I knew Mythical because of that, and I actually checked out his videos. They weren't too bad. I was under the impression that he was just a typical content creator, and I was like, I respect that. And I couldn't criticize him for doing stuff for sub then, because I was doing it at the same time. And essentially, I knew Mythical from like October, and yeah, I remember doing like a couple of streams. Like if you beat me in a 1v1, you would get a shout out. He came into my live stream, and I can't remember who won. It probably was him. 'Cause I'm bad at Fortnite. Let's face it. But yeah, he came into my live streams. Like we kind of knew who each other were. But we never really like spoke and never like planned to do collabs and stuff. But essentially, yeah. Then comes late December, so I get my PC. I've started using OBS. Now, when I did PewDiePie vs T-Series livestream, the first one did very, very well. I believe it broke 100 views, I'm not 100% sure. Second time I did about 4, I think, in total. Second time I did it, in comes Mythical in my live stream saying, hello. So I was like, okay. Now, 2 minutes after my live stream starts, I get a notification that Mythical is going live. Now, I was subscribed to him from those subscriber for subscriber streams I did months before, and I'm not like a dickhead who like unsubscribes. I mean, let's face it, I mean, like, slowly I unsubscribe from the people because I just don't want any background with it. But yeah, and essentially, yeah, so he came into my live stream, said hello, and then 2 minutes later I'm getting a notification that he's live, and I'm like, alright, cool, two different things. And then I ended my stream, went into his stream, and I was like, alright, cool. No one's watching it at that point. Literally, I was like 2 people watching it, I think. I had like 4 at some point, but I'm not trying to flex. Anyway, moving on. So, what is it? Oh yeah, so, second time I do it like 2 days later, and Mythical went live a few minutes later as well. So I went into the live stream, I was like, kind of weird how every time I go live, you're going live. Because that was, like, it was a friendly comment, but I was there like, what is this, like, this is kind of annoying. And yeah, and then I end the stream, he ended his, and then the next day came, I went to do one more because I wanted to actually test this out, and he did it again. And then he literally came into my live stream and said, I'm live. Like, he self-promoted my stream, man. I looked back on the live chat replay, he self-promoted my stream, which is just such a dickhead thing to do. As when you literally self-promo, even as a joke in his stream, he gets kind of pissy about it. Anyways, so I kind of got pissed off because I felt like my viewers were being taken away. That's what it felt like. And so I made a video titled, Dear Mythical, You Lost My Respect. Now, let me just put some context on this, because it looks like I've got a bit wound up and overreacted over a situation that could have been held privately. In my defense, I didn't know how to contact Mythical. I didn't have his Discord. I didn't care too much to even check for that. And frankly, I didn't know enough about Mythical. All I knew that he did drama videos for no reason. And yeah. Now, if you guys have been here literally from the start, you'll know that I've done a lot of commentary videos on people that I think have pissed me off, and it usually does, you know, quite well. Like, I get my message across, and that's usually the point of those sort of videos. It's not just related to the drama. Like, genuinely, if I've got something to say, I'll say it. Hence this video. So yeah, I dropped my video, and that video genuinely blew up. At the time, it had more views than I had subscribers, and I went to sleep about an hour or 2 after that video was released, and essentially when I went to sleep, it had about 9 likes, 0 dislikes. I was like, oh, cool, you know, some people agreeing with what I'm saying. And my fan base, I mean, like, they really came clutch in that video, like, genuinely, like, we all came together as like one, and it was just mad. I woke up the next morning to 13 likes and 17 dislikes. I was like, oh, okay, you know, fair enough. His fans had something to say to it. Saw all the comments. It was just, you know, some people saying, like, you know, oh, you're making a mistake and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, no, I know what this guy's about. I don't really fear him. And yeah. So all of his fans, you know, were just commenting shit. One of which told me to kill myself. So the next day, I dropped the video titled "Dear Mythical Fans." Now, in that video, I literally said, you know what I was thinking. So at that point, I had made 2 videos on Mythical, and he had made none. And I think when he finally responded with my response to my biggest hater, he was there like, oh, he's made 2 videos on me. Like, he emphasised that I made 2 videos and that I was trying to milk drama. And well, I mean, I'll get onto that in a minute. But basically, I had been informed previously that he was making a response. And when I say I was informed, I did my research. You know, I take things like this very seriously. So I had a friend check out his Discord server, and I'd never went in for myself, but basically I was told that he was there, like, he like added everyone, was like, right, I'm going to be working on a response. This was when I dropped my first video. So before I even made the second video, he was working on his main response. So don't even at me about me making 2 videos before you made one, because frankly, you were planning on making one when I had just made one as well. So yeah. And yeah, so he finally dropped his response, and his main point was that I was milking the drama. Now, Mythical has his own drama series, I have mine. He has one called ETB, it stands for Expose That Bitch, and, you know, it's his own series. I'm not going to criticise him for having a series. I have my own YouTube series, it's called YTE, and I've done one of Mythical too, but this was like a month after, but basically a couple days after I responded to his response. He dropped a video called ETB MvPElliot HD. No, MvPElliot. I used to be called MVP HD for those who are new. Quick facts. No. But yeah, so he dropped an ETB. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. I mean, the feedback really does suggest maybe the video didn't do that well. And the point I'm trying to make is I noticed that the same people were commenting on his video than they were mine, and I mean, like, literally every single one. So what I'm trying to say is, like, think of it as like a football match. You have like home matches and you have away matches. Home matches, it's like where all of your fans are going to be, or at least like it's going to be like 90% your fans and 10% other fans. And if you're away, it's kind of like where you're going to other people's stadiums, and you don't get to take that many fans. So the point I'm trying to make is, surely on Mythical's channel, on a video that got like 200 views I think at this point, you'd think a lot more fans would be commenting on his video, supporting him, yet it was the same, like 10 people. And my video got like 17, 18, 19, I think it's on like 20 dislikes. Cool. And essentially, he kept getting like 18 to 20 likes. It was kind of convenient, and I don't even remember how many dislikes it got. I think it got like 23, 25. I think my first ever video on Mythical has like 25 as well, so big up, big W. I mean, I didn't care regardless, but yeah. Another thing was that, yeah, so I noticed he had kind of like alt accounts, and that's what I kind of speculated. And to say that I met this guy on a sub for sub live stream, it wouldn't have surprised me. So yeah, so I kind of did my research, and I realised that these were the same people commenting on all of his videos, like every time. So I was there like, alright, cool, it's like the same 10 people, I don't care. But it kind of brings the question to mind, like, why? Like, he had like 450 subscribers at this point, and he has like the same 10 people commenting on all his videos. Yeah. So after his ETB, he followed up with a diss track. It was called Mythical Devil, and I mean, I'm not gonna play the clip because I mean he'll probably try and get me done for copyright, because he probably won't like this video. And it was, I mean, I'm not going to criticise on someone for having a habit. He stressed that he liked making music for fun. I respect that, I really do. Although the track as a whole, I mean, I've been told by many people who are actually good at music that it was terrible. Although I am not a rapper and I do not know what I'm doing. Although we're going to probably get onto that in a bit in this video. But yeah, let's stick with the timeline. So he dropped the diss track. Cool. Everyone's there like, on his alternate accounts. I mean, like I said, I'll get onto the alts in a moment, but they are confirmed alts. Let's face it. At least the majority of them anyway. He does have like some legit fans, but like the people that like comment on his videos, they're definitely alts. That's been confirmed as well with evidence. But yeah, so they were like, oh, Mythical took a big W, how many L's does Elliot need to take, and stuff like that. And it's just like sad. Anyways, he followed up with a podcast a few days later with the title MvPElliot Drama. It's called like Mythicast. It has his own podcast. I'm gonna do podcasts soon when I get my own PC mic. That's gonna be cool. That'll be fun. And yeah, so so he did a podcast for Reese, or Rooster336. This is how I knew of Rooster336. I knew he had a PlayStation, and he reached out to me and said, let's talk. And I didn't fear him. Like, when I first watched the podcast, I mean, I know what Reese is like today, and he's not really anyone's bitch, but he seemed like a lick ass, because basically I was informed by Reese like a month or so later. But essentially, Mythical told Reese to go in on me in his podcast. So he actually had to tell Reese to go in on me, which is just sad. Like, let people have their own opinion. And I mean, I'll get onto that as well at some point if I remember. But it seems like a reoccurring theme for Mythical to pipe up when he has someone by his side. And yeah. So I met Reese in a PlayStation party. I say met him. He invited me to a PlayStation party. We spoke. And he was just a sound guy. Like, he was probably just as nice to me as he was to Mythical at the time. And yeah, he was sound. I explained my side of the story. He actually respected and understood, the side of the story. And Reese was actually kind of neutral, considering he had beef with Mythical in the past. Mythical had exposed Reese in the past. So yeah. This brings us basically. So after I kind of met Reese, I did like a podcast with him at some point. I think I remember just chilling in like live streams and stuff, and yeah, and I kind of like, after the drama died down, this is like the end of January, beginning of February kind of time, I decided that I was kind of wanting to take a break from this channel and focus on a new one, because I thought it would be a really cool project that I could make a documentary on. I've always wanted to make like a documentary, and basically, so I did that, and it was called Undefined Gaming. I genuinely uploaded one video and gave up, because frankly, I kind of thought to myself, like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I wanting to make a new channel? I've got a channel that's doing kind of well. Let's just focus on that. But I needed a break anyway. I just like a lot on, and yeah, so I did that. I came back in like February. I kind of uploaded when I wanted to. I wasn't really too fussed on when I needed to upload, because my fan base weren't too fussed. It was kind of like, they saw I uploaded a video, they're like, cool, and they respected when I didn't upload a video. And that was when my videos were a lot worse than they are now, so put that in perspective. But yeah, so I came back like properly in like March. I'd say I'd upload quite regularly. Then I stopped again, and then this was when I was kind of like, well, to be fair, MVP as a whole, like it was me, Mikey, and Josh, and Mikey and Josh just weren't uploading at this point. So yeah, I needed someone else to just record videos with, and then came Rooster336, or Reese. He actually made a lot of videos with me, and it was just like nice to have someone to actually speak to regularly and get on with. So yeah, we started making videos together, and he was like, me and him both kind of thought, like, why doesn't he just join MVP? It would be quite fun. Not in a weird way, but like, it would just be sound. So he ended up joining MVP as a content creator. This was before the MVP clan was a thing. But yeah, he just became a member of MVP. Me and him started getting on. Now, he originally came from Vortex because he got kicked from Vortex, but this is between the Mythical me drama. But I have to explain the story for a bit of context. Because Reese joining MVP led to a bit more drama. So Mythical kicked Reese from Vortex because Reese basically caught Mythical cheating in a no communication challenge, and he found Mythical communicating with someone and cheating. He made a video on this, being honest, because Mythical basically claimed that it was because Reese was being like toxic or something. So Reese basically made a video, not an attack. All he tried to do was clear his own name. Now, I watched the video. I actually helped Reese with the kind of like how to do it and stuff like that. I kind of showed Reese the light, and yeah, I guess I take credit in the fact that maybe if I never helped Reese like how to add a commentary track, he might not have been able to do the videos he wanted to do. So I'm glad I helped Reese in some way, shape or form. And basically, he made a video called The Truth on Mythical, and the video did very well. I mean, Mythical sent ults to dislike it, but I think it might have actually got more likes than dislikes anyway. And yeah, basically Mythical replied with the most pointless reply. Let's put it into context, right? Reese has made a video nicely to clear his own name, to show his side of the story, but Mythical didn't like that, so he thought he would reply calling him a manipulator and mention some irrelevant point that Reese got nudes off a 15-year-old girl, when at the time, Reese is still 15, I believe. I mean, with all due respect, they're both illegal, but 15-year-olds asking 15-year-old for nudes isn't really a rare concept these days. Like, let's face it, we all know those people. And then Reese replies, you know, he's like, he's like, fuck it, if people are going to bring in like nudes into it. He bought into it, and he said that Mythical got nudes of a 12-year-old girl. Now, all I'm saying is Reese and Mythical used to be mates at this time. They used to be really good mates. So Reese has like no reason to lie at this point. There is no evidence to suggest Mythical has. However, there is no evidence to show Mythical hasn't. So realistically, that point is still not true, but it could be seen as true. Like come on. And yeah. So when I saw Mythical's reply, I was actually angry. So I was like, because this is not only going to ruin someone's channel, it's going to ruin someone's like YouTube kind of like career. I say career, ironically. He had like 50 subscribers, Reese, but you know what I mean. One day Reese will get there, I'm telling you. But yeah, so I replied saying like, "Dear Mythical," and I can't even remember, to be honest, like what I said in that video, but yeah. And then a couple of weeks passed, and Mythical did an ETB on someone called Ave. Now, I knew about Ave because a few days before Mythical dropped that ETB, he showed me about Ave and how he was a good YouTuber and stuff like that. So, okay, I checked out Ave. He was a very good content creator. So basically, he dropped an ECB on Ave. Now, with all due respect, I saw nothing. Like, literally, the stuff that Mythical said in his video just seemed pointless. So I made a video saying why Mythical was the biggest hypocrite on YouTube, and that was just me being honest. So yeah. And not only that, it allowed me to kind of contact with Ave and I guess get his perspective of things. Thing is with me, I'm always wanting to get both sides of the story before I make a final conclusion. That's kind of how you're meant to do things. But it came quite clear to me that Mythical didn't believe any side of the story that wasn't his, no matter how much evidence there is. Like, with all due respect, Mythical did a 20-minute ETB on me with no evidence at all, in a response to my 7-minute video on him, which has more evidence than you need to show the point. Like, the thing is, the term exposed is defined by winning an argument and showing someone to have done said topic or whatever with evidence. So realistically, if you're not showing evidence, that claim can't be made. Well, it can be made, but no one's going to believe you. That is why no one believes you, Mythical. It's not an attack at you, it's because realistically, without evidence, there's nothing to back it up. I think I made that point on my YTE or Mythical. Is like, how are you gonna like win a court case, for example, if you can't have evidence to support your argument? Anyways, so I believe Ave replied. I reacted to Ave's reply and gave my honest intake on it. And I think the drama died down for a bit. It was just between Mythical and Ave for a while. And yeah. Now at this point, I can't lie, a few months had passed. And this is when the MVP clan was kind of swinging in like full force. And Rooster or Reese ended up having an argument with an MVP member. And Reese ended up leaving just because it was just kind of what he wanted to do at the time. And Mythical, basically, I responded to Reese leaving. It was between me and Reese, and in terms, even on YouTube, it was still between me and Reese. And Mythical got involved as always, he made a video titled "Dear MvPElliot, I lost respect for you." And in that video he basically says that my response to Reese leaving was like stupid and stuff like that. Now, the reason he was actually convinced to make that video as well is because Tsunami pranked like everyone, pretending he was going to leave MVP and join Mythical and Vortex, and he messaged Mythical saying, "Can I join Vortex?" Mythical replied like yes within literally like 2 seconds, and he basically baited Mythical into making a video on me. So, you know, that was, you know, hence my video titled "Dear Mythical, you got hashtag baited." This was my official response. I responded to his entire video, and without boosting my own ego, I think I did a pretty good job in responding. Like, I pretty much responded to every point, and there was one point in Mythical's video that I was like, fair enough, that's a good point, which was at the end with the whole school thing. So don't even at me about not being honest, because I was being honest about every single point, with evidence once again. And yeah, so basically, now at this time we're literally at like coming towards the end of May, and basically me and Mythical eventually agreed to settle all of this and stuff like that in an MVP versus Vortex Fortnite proper event. Now we didn't like, we kind of wanted to announce our competitive team like properly, and he basically wanted to promote the event. So eventually, after like weeks of discussion, we basically eventually decided to bite the bullet and be like, fuck it, fine, we'll play your game, because we just want to beat you. At this point, this is just me wanting to beat Mythical and everyone in MVP as well. And basically, there were constant arguments on Twitter. I made a couple of videos, for example, one being like, oh, laughing at Vortex Clan. But at the end of the day, the more videos I make, the more attention I'm bringing onto the event. Like in each video I mentioned July 10th. You know, we tried to promote the event. That was the idea. That's literally why you said you wanted to wait so long. And we didn't even want to wait that long, because I don't understand the point. But essentially, I made a couple of videos on Vortex Clan trying to promote the event. He didn't like that, and he blocked me on Twitter at this point as well. But he basically tweeted saying that the event was off. I think this was on June 17th. But the thing is, there was no way I could see that tweet. So when I went in Lieutenant's Discord in the drama tab, I was saying July 10th, stuff like that, and he actually told me to check his Twitter. I was like, well, you blocked me. And then he unblocked me, and I saw that he was cancelling the event. So I was like, alright, cool. So you want us to promote the event. So when I promote the event, you cancel the event because you don't like people speaking about you. Well, fuck me. How the fuck are you going to be a big YouTuber if you can't take criticism? And especially when you come up against a YouTuber with like genuinely double your following, you are screwed. Anyways, so he eventually uploaded a video called The Truth, and yeah. Now thanks to Reese, he invited me to knowing the likes of Tsunami, Kensei, and yeah, we kind of built MVP up again. And I personally knew Kears, or Kieran, who's formerly known as KDPB, one of the two. He was a really, really underrated, content creator, and I really wanted to work with videos on him. He's a really sound guy. He's honestly one of my best mates. So shout out to you, Kieran, if you're watching this far. Kieran, if you're watching this far, comment chicken nuggets in the comments, and genuinely, I'll actually love you forever. Anyways, so we built up the YouTube MVP team. It was like me, Reese, Tsunami, Kieran, Kensei, and we all producing content, starting to grow a little bit. And yeah, basically, I believe Kieran made a video on Mythical, and I guess Tsunami. I mean, Tsunami doesn't really make drama videos, but he kind of like laughed and like agreed with some of the stuff we're saying. I obviously supported Kieran. And then, yeah. So, we started using Twitter quite a lot, and there was quite a lot of arguments that, with all due respect, we weren't even creating at the time. There were some times we were sort of starting an argument, but there were times where Mythical were, and it was just like, eh. But anyways, this led to arguments happening, and Mythical decided to upload a video called The Truth. It was on me, Kieran, Tsunami, and someone called Witten, who was formerly known as Hitenter. I now know Witten, and he's genuinely one of the nicest people I have ever come across. He is so helpful, and yeah, he's just genuinely such a down-to-earth guy. He's not scared to admit anything, and he deserves so much more credit than he gets in his videos. So basically, Witten showed me a lot about YouTube, and he showed me a lot about Mythical, because I explained how me and Mythical have had beef for a while, and he showed me stuff like Mythical faking his collab with Lil Slash. Now the annoying thing is Mythical still tries to deny that he faked his collab and says Witten just added a voice changer in the video. Between the video, it was part 1 of my documentary on David McLeod. All Witten did was change the pitch. He never added voice changer. That video wasn't edited by Witten, and seeing as I had to download the video and put it into video myself before I edited it, even when I edited the video, I never edited anything out. All Witten did was go to the audio levels that he selected, adjusted the pitch of it, lowered it down, and it was you. You're the one that actually edited that audio. It wasn't us. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I'm not going to get too angry. So basically, I responded saying, Mythical, you got baited. Now this is essentially the time where I guess playing the victim was Mythical's kind of go-to. And I mean, when, so many people are attacking you, I can understand that. But what I don't understand is, why the fuck are you playing victim when you're choosing to attack multiple people? This was shown in his video, The Truth, where he attacked me, Kieran, Tsunami, Witten, and... Literally, why the fuck are you making... So basically, long story short, I had a break from YouTube for a couple of days as I was moving house, and I dropped mythical.unknown.exe. It was basically, I guess, my official response, and I showed a story which I probably shouldn't have told on YouTube, but it's out there now. Cool. You guys know the story about my friend who committed suicide on the cliff. Now, I guess I'm a lot better now. I'm a lot better about the situation. I guess I can say that without getting too upset. Oh, man. Nah, but basically, long story short, rest in peace, bro. But Mythical actually responded to my video and said, I'm so sorry I had to go through that. And basically, explained how his mum tried to commit suicide at some point. And then a couple of days later, he was making jokes about suicide. I'll get onto that in a moment as well. But yeah, so he apologised. Literally, I'm not even kidding, 13 hours later, I even worked out the times and stuff like that. 13 hours later, he just tweets, right, let's go ham, at me, Tsunami, and everyone, and just starts being a dickhead again. And yeah, this is when I was there, do you know what, enough's enough, the drama's pointless. And pretty much, it just got to a point where all the stuff was just happening on Twitter. So basically, there was just a lot of Twitter beef and stuff like that, and essentially, he tweeted at me, or I remember I put a tweet saying people just need to stop with drama. He replied saying cute. So me being English, I suppose is the best way to define it. I replied your mum. Then he followed up by saying your nan. So I just said is dead, and he it's true, my nan is dead. But he replied, let's get Logan Paul then. So I was just there what? And he put Logan Paul filmed a dead guy. And I was kind of well, what's my nan being dead got anything to do with Logan Paul? Once again, he was there yeah, he filmed a dead guy. And I was just there with all due respect, Logan Paul filmed a suicide victim. My nan didn't commit suicide. Why the fuck he... And it's the fact that he said it in, like, he literally put, I'm pretty sure he put lol or XD at the end of the fucking sentence. Why are you making jokes about someone who filmed about suicide when someone tells you their nan's died? Like, fucking, do you have no morals? He replied, saying, what are you going to do? Don't fucking cry about it, you baby. Act your age. He said the words act your age, and he tried to define it by saying it was an edgy joke. Nah, do you know what? I've had time to think it through. It's not a fucking edgy joke, you fucking selfless cunt. Literally, right? You do not have the right to fucking disrespect suicide victims, even when you disrespected your own fucking mother. You actual, like, prick. I'm sorry if this video gets age restricted, but you are a fucking prick. Like, who does that? This is the second time you've done it. I thought you'd learn the learn your lesson after the first fucking time, but no, you had to go and fucking do it. Like, it pisses me off. Like, it really does, because so many people like myself have to go through thoughts and stuff like that of you know, like, friends, families committing suicide, and you're trying to claim that your mothers did the same thing, and yet you're making edgy jokes about suicide. I don't give a fuck if they're edgy. There are a lot of edgy YouTubers on this platform. TGF are one of them. Do you see them making jokes about fucking suicide victims, bro? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, genuinely. Anyways, I didn't respond to it. I couldn't be bothered. And eventually, it got to a point where suicide was just a huge topic. So I put the post out of me just pretty much saying, no, I'm ending the drama, and I wasn't scared and stuff like that. I put 2 posts out in total. And then he basically, this was like a few weeks ago, and since then he's just carried on talking about us. And this is shown by last night. He tweeted, MVP is dying. He's trying to do this fun facts thingy on Twitter. I mean, it's kind of boring, not gonna lie. And he's done this twice. One of them, it was like, I'm innocent in the drama with MvPElliot and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, with what evidence to suggest for yourself? You're trying to manipulate any evidence that's thrown towards you with no evidence at all. And you're still talking about me, even though I've literally said, stop. Now, I put out a community post of an Agario link where you guys could have played with us, or me, and stuff like that. Because I thought I'd try and get a cool video out of it at the time. And essentially, Mythical joined my game. He killed me like a few times. We both killed each other probably like 5 times in total. But then he put out a community post saying that moment when you kill MvPElliot in Agario, and then atted me. Now, I know why he's doing this. When you at someone in a community post, it acts like a channel tag. So when you at me, it's basically saying if people type in MvPElliot on YouTube, that he's more likely to come up because he's atted me in that post. It's such a pointless post, and yeah, so dumb. One of the another thing he put in his fun facts is, I don't view bot or sub for sub or sub bot. I was like, yeah, whatever. Basically, the reason he's been called out for view botting is because his Minecraft streams he's doing keep going from like 250 views to like 40, and then working its way up to like 50, 60, and kind of just sitting there until Mythical viewbots it again. And it's just sad. Like, thing is, that's another thing that I'm probably going to be investigating in my spare time, just because I want to know it's true before I probably make it a claim. So yeah, but essentially, Reese made a video called The Truth. Me and Reese are kind of like, me and Reese are talking still, don't get me wrong. And Mythical like shouted the video out. I mean, let's face it, all of Mythical, the majority of Mythical subs are like fake. I mean, we all know that now. But anyways, Reese's video went from like 156 views to like 40. It's now on like 50 something, and even Reese picked up that it's just dodgy. Like, it just is. And yeah. Now, anyways, 9 hours ago, like I said, Mythical puts out a tweet saying #funfacts MVP is dying, and I kind of saw this tweet and was thinking, what is the point? Like, genuinely, it's just a way to start drama, but cool, I'm just going to respond in this video. Basically, I'm going to defend myself from this anyway, because Mythical, with all due respect, how are you going to say MVP's dying, or I'm dying, when your daily average on Social Blade is 141 views. Mine is literally pretty much triple that, and you've uploaded way more than me in the last month than I have, because I've stopped uploading every now and then. It's just like such a stupid way to make yourself look dumb, ironically, and frankly, yeah. Anyways, that literally leads us to this point. I'm going to end the video here, so if you did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button, and let's just see if this video can get to 20 likes. That would be cool. Also, if you're new around here, make sure to smash that subscribe button for more videos. I'm going to be getting my new microphone today, hopefully. Well, I mean, it is meant to be arriving today. It's just I'm not sure when. I mean, I would say I was going to stream later. I'm not sure what time this video is going out, because I have to edit all this and it's going to take a while. But essentially, yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye. Take care.